Hey folks, what I have in my hand here is probably one of the mini games I've worked on since I've been on my break. Maybe the one before, after my break. This game that I have in my hand here is called Blue Dragon. And of course, this is an RPG, and as you can see here, I have in here both disc 1 and disc 2. And this game was brought to us by Bird Studio and Miss Walker Inc. in 2007. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, well, if you like a good RPG, a good turn-based RPG, or even a story-driven RPG, you may like this. The reason why is because the character designer is none other than Akira Toriyama. And if you are familiar with Akira Toriyama, then you know he is the father of Dragon Ball and many such other manga. Now, of course, let me tell you a little bit about the story. The story goes that there's a giant land shark that's invading the land of the village, rather, of Tolta. Now, this has been going on for far too long, for years and years and years. The people have been under fear, dealing with this sort of menace. And apparently, one kid decided he had enough of it. His name is Shu. And along with his friends, Jiro and Kruk, they set off on a journey to actually take on the mad genius behind all this, named Nene. And no, it is not that Nene from the Samurai Warriors series. And this dude somewhat kind of resembles Piccolo. Him being old, well, you know. So anyway, being that they were captured, they are being told to swallow these spears of light. And as they do so, their shadows take form. And of course, when their shadows take form, they take the shape of mythical beasts. For Shu, well, I should go like this. For Kluk, ladies first, you know. For Kluk, hers take the shape of the phoenix. For Jiro, the minotaur. And for Shu, the dragon. And they're all blue, so therefore the title, Blue Dragon. And of course they meet along the way of their journey a young Devi by the name of Maru Maru. And he is somehow brought into this because his village is sick. His parents are sick, namely the mayor and his wife. So he's the son of the mayor. The many sons and daughters of this family, of this couple rather. And you know, it becomes a matter of great importance that they go and save the various lands as they journey through here and there and everywhere. So, here, this is what's going on. We got this nice, grandiose type of story that I could tell you right now, it's like Dragon Quest. Now, the way I see it, this is what a good, I do mean a good kind of story should be like. I mean, a story-driven RPG. And since it's like Dragon Quest, it has replay value. And since it's like, it somewhat resembles Final Fantasy with the job systems. Now, in the various job systems, you have a Sword Master, you have White Magic, Black Magic, Support Magic, Guardian, Monk, and an extra called Generalist. And Generalist is just like being a freelancer, only you just have extra slots to your natural abilities. And the beautiful thing about the system, the combat system, is that, well, of course, you have your turn base, but there are so many things that can go with that turn base. Oh, and I should mention the combat system. Now, like I said, it's a turn-based system, but here's where it really shines. With magic, and the monk job system actually has that too, but with black magic and the monk, it has a charge. It has a charge gauge, and the more that you press down on the action button, the more stronger your hit or attack gets, your magic attack or your hit gets. So let's say if you really wanted to max out, excuse me, max out for great efficiency, you just hold it down, and basically, if it goes past the max out point, you'll see it. You'll see it from the damage. It's the same thing, because some are like this. You have the max out meter will be right here, or here, or here. So in any case, you'd have 3 chances to actually knock the hell out your enemies. Magic Sword is basically when your animal form actually throws out a certain element, like fire or water or whatever. In this case, it's like flame, wind, ground, cancel. Yes, that's right, cancel. There is a thing called cancel. And shadow and shine. That's right. Earth, which is called ground. Fire, which is flare. Wind, which stays the same. Water, which is water. You know, water. Watera. And the funny thing is, since it's like that, and yeah, what? Since it's like since it's basically like what I just said, Final Fantasy. You basically have more. You basically have like 6 levels. You don't have 8. You just only have 6, which is a good thing. But let me tell you, the combat system is pretty good because all you need to do is buy the spells. Just like Final Fantasy, you just buy the spells. As long as you have the spells, and as long as you're at said level, you can use the spells as many times as you want. Like I said, you have the 4 elements, and then you have the special elements, like light, shadow, light in which they call shine, shadow, which is darkness, and then you have cancel. I'm not sure if they have anything further than that, but I'm pretty sure. Just the way it's done, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's really pretty sweet. Music, of course, is done by the man behind the Final Fantasy series, in music, Nobuo Uematsu. And Nobuo Uematsu, you know, if he does music for a certain game, you know it's gonna shine, especially with rock music. And I would play that, but I might get some kind of copyright notice about it. But anyway, what else can I tell you about this game that you don't know that I've been playing my butt off? Well, since it is 3 discs, it plays like classic Final Fantasy. It really does. It has this feel that is something to be desired, as being like like what something like this should be, what Final Fantasy should be doing. Instead of going this route, it should actually go back to its roots. I mean, that's the thing with me. It's like this. I would rather for Final Fantasy to go back to its roots than try to be something than, you know, go the route that it's already going, which is, you know, it has to be online and DLC associated and, you know, that sort of ordeal. And on top of that, well, it is quite a long but enjoyable game. Because since it is long and enjoyable, that means plenty of times you can level grind. And the level grinding system is pretty good because your shadow works under a rank system. And the higher the rank, the higher that whatever skill your shadow is will gain. Like, you could be a level 50 sword master with the dragon, or a level 70 white mage under a minotaur, or something like that. I'm just giving you a proper example of it. Aside from that, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I like it. I like the system, and you can really level grind. I mean, really level grind, because points are just really big. It's like, you can tell, it's like, in one area, you get this much, you get about this much, in another area, you get this much, so it's basically elevated. And there are plenty of dungeons that you can check out. Especially the various side dungeons you can do during side quests and whatnot. Because there are so much you can find during a side quest, and plus, on top of that, you don't want to miss out on those extra items. Now, the various extra items have something like, you know, colored chests. So, let's just say it's something picked up from, say, Chrono Trigger with a special chest. But the thing is, instead of going through time and you have to wait till this area in order to open that, you just only need a device to open it. Like there are four devices you need to get, which is red, green, white, and black. And the black one you can only get through side quests. So basically, if you really want all the treasures in the known game, you have to do the side quests. So therefore, right now I'm like right at the very tip of the end of the game. But I'm kind of considering doing side quests, or rather level grind to get through the side quests, and of course at the end of the game, and of course the end game, I should say. All in all, I can say this, without a shadow of a doubt: if you love a good, solid RPG, If you love a good level grinding RPG, or if you just love one of those long, winding RPGs, then my friends, I would recommend for you 360 users to try out Blue Dragon. That's right, try out Blue Dragon, and if it doesn't work for you, well, you know, it's like this. You can basically just do that. Rent it first. This is what I recommend you do. Try renting it for at GameFly first. If you like it, you buy it. Or if you're a fan of Dragon Quest, then, just get it just because it reminds you of Dragon Quest. Or whatever it is. But do remember that all said reviews are, of course, out of personal opinion and likability of any game that I purchase or try out for the first time. So with that, what you see is what you get. It's all unscripted, and I'm telling you like it is. So with that, I have reviewed another game, and that game was, of course, Blue Dragon. And if I were to give this game a rating, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. I give it a solid 9 out of 10 because the music is awesome. The story has gotten me like a good book. I press start. I'm being thrown into the story just like that. I like that. If anybody likes that sort of thing, the combat system I have no problems with. Of course, it's by Akira Toriyama. The character design, it's all Toriyama. And if you love your Dragon Ball, if you love your Dragon Quest, then I suggest you try that out. It's based off the anime under the same title, which I believe the game came out first, then the anime, in that order. But indeed, do try that out for yourself. And of course, I really hope you have fun with it. That's the most important thing with a game. So with that, I have been the Tenkaichi of Gaming, PI7, and this was another fine gaming review for this point in time. So until then, I'll see you next time, and Tenkai Muso.